E aí galera, beleza? Este é o J.Fatalis trazendo aqui pra vocês de volta a série GreedFall. Localize o Charlatão, o nome do Charlatão, então vou ter que descer aqui direto. Passo pelo mercador. Eu posso vir por aqui e passar pela ponte também. Tanto faz. Pra cá? Não, para o outro lado. Charlatão. Mercador. Charlatão. Completando missões. Em GreedFall você geralmente completar missões em vários jeitos diferentes. Caramba, astúcia, persuasão, intuição, corrupção, criação de itens. Esses são alguns dos caminhos para se alcançar um objetivo. Para se tornar melhor nessas áreas, gaste pontos na árvore de talentos correspondente ou vista equipamentos com bônus. Ameaças e combate também são opções quando os inimigos não estiverem receptíveis aos seus talentos. Vou saber. E aí, Godfrey?
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And
Vamos jogar uma conversa mole aqui pra ele,
the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tir Fradi.
Tir Fradi.
Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live there.
Homens árvore, anéis de dragões e outras criaturas gigantescas na ilha. Onde eu vou.
Abounds under every rock, and the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
Ninguém acredita nas coisas que tem lá.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constatin. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age? Hair down to his neck, light brown? Blue eyes? Quite the talker?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me.
Ih, ficou
Don't
bravo.
count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Pagar a ele 25 moedas de ouro. Vamos pagar agora. Vamos
That's
pagar
not
agora
a
não.
small sum. I need to think about my options.
How the father has forgotten to give his daughter her allowance, it would seem.
O cara folgado, mano.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Vamos dar uma olhada na mobília.
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like
I could repair this if I had some metal
Eu vejo alguns
dowels.
pinos de metal. Onde eu vou comprar pino de metal? Eu acho que eu vou ter que achar pino de metal. Olhar a área. Pinos de metal 2. Tem mais coisa ali. Deixa eu ver o depósito do taberneiro. Gás anion. Só a habilidade de gás anion está disponível. Tente novamente mais tarde. Tem que pegar essa habilidade. Esse daqui. Carta de um alquimista de Al-Azad. Valeu. Beleza, vamos dar uma olhada ali embaixo. Vamos dar uma de MacGyver aqui. Usar a chave, depósito. Isso aqui é o que? A saída? Usar
I
chave.
don't have the key.
Não tem a chave. Ah, a chave é daqui. Chave do taberneiro, pinos de metal mais 2, moedas, beleza. 4 pininhos, já tem. Talvez essa chave abra essa porta. É isso mesmo. LOL. Onde estou? Caramba. Tava ali, saí aqui. Casar o charlatão. Carta abandonada. Nossa, sei lá na casa do guarda. Caramba! Aqui não, aqui não, cara. Espinhos. Espinhos de metal 4. Isso que eu precisava.
Never guessed they were once broken.
Pronto, consertei.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint? Anything else?
Ah, ficou gentil?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Eles vão embora. Liberte Constatin. Vamos ver onde está o Constatin, tá por aqui. Localiza o Charlatão, deixa eu localizar o Charlatão. R$ 38, 20, 35 aqui.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion
Tá aparecendo o vendedor do metrô, velho. Veneno Fisioforte.
This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
The speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Pedir uma demonstração.
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Tá ali atrás, eu acho. Cadê a carroça dele? Tá ali atrás, tem que chegar lá atrás. Livro de pesquisa. Antídoto do Charlatão.
To my help! And to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Toma. Toma. Boa. Boa, Kurt. Moedas. Carta taverneira empregada. Danadinho. Luvas? Opa. 18, 15, ruim. Ferreiro. O que é isso daqui? Poção, moedinha de ouro. Vamos lá falar com ele de novo e dar essa poção pra ele. Beleza daqui.
Have you finally made up your mind?
Vamos aos objetivos para trás.
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Voltar pra taberna.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were people stopped going, and then people were still. I also, yeah, but that's nothing.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Não, deixa eu ver onde eu tenho que ir. Aí, charlatão. Andar superior. Tem que vir aqui, subir aqui. Achei você, maluco.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Perguntou sobre a obsessão de Sahin.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps. But you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
Prendê-lo? Ele vai sair da cidade? Não, isso é antiético.
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
My lady, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You are under arrest.
How unjust.
Informa o embaixador da aliança. Na outra jogada que eu jogar de novo, eu te ajudo a fugir. Vou voltar direto, né? Já vai mais rápido.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sardet.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
Entregar o alquimista.
He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you to hurry.
Governor Burren will be happy to
Reputação
learn
mais
that a
dois, na
legate
aliança
with
erudita.
great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tir Fradi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present
Opa.
for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye,
Moedas de ouro,
Excellency.
50 moedas de ouro?
Goodbye, Lady de Sardet.
Aí sim, hein? Experiência ainda. Maravilha. Nível 2, pontos restantes 1. Próximo ponto, nível 2. Nenhum ponto, só habilidade. Contra a armadilha. Anel de magia divina. Armadilha. Cara, é muito pequeno esse negócio aqui. Armadilhas rápidas. Permite a montagem instantânea de montar armadilhas no chão durante uma esquiva. Caramba. Pré-requisitos, 1 ponto. Aumento do dano causado na armadilha por fórmula alquímica de dano elemental. Preparadores mágico sísmico. Permite a recuperação de ingredientes perto do local da explosão de montar armadilha em arremesso de frasco. 2 pontos. 1 ponto. Fórmula alquímica pode ser arremessadas mais longe. Passiva. Aumentando mais forte do veneno com a explosão. Paralisia alquímica estendida. Aumenta o efeito da paralisia. Aumenta o efeito. Bomba 3 pontos. Bomba. Bomba tóxica. Armas de fogo causa mais dano. Dano mais 20%. Vou colocar aqui, ó. Mais 20% de dano. Conquista! Seguindo os passos dos mestres. Desbloqueei uma nova habilidade. Carta do aumento mais 25%. Primo de fuzis em vez de pistolas. Oh! Rolamento. Aumenta a fúria geral por todos os ataques. Contra-ataque. Aqui aumenta a fúria. Certo, aqui aumenta o que? Cura mágica. Cura lançador instantaneamente. Que é bom, hein? Também elimina venenos. Auxílio divino, cura mais, restaura mais vida. Cura mais também recupera armadura. Cura mais também aumenta a fé dos aliados com metade do efeito. Caramba! Paralisia, anel divino. Os vorazes. Elas comem um pontinho embora. Vamos aos equipamentos. 22. Não. Tudo zoado. AB. Bracelete. Posso criar alguma coisa? Ah, posso criar isso daqui, ó. Munição. Posso, só que lá no bancadinho, né? Posso fazer. Beleza, a missão aqui foi completada. Agora tem que achar meu primo lá. Tem que achar meu primo. Localize Constatin. Tá aqui, ó. Tá aqui ou tá aqui? Curva dos vilões. Investiga o desaparecimento de náutico novato. Alterar os registros. Vamos pra cá. Alterar os registros.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Gravar aqui, né?
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of stock?
Ah, ele vende equipamento aqui?
It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Tá, pomba. Baixadinho. Perazinha. Opa, aí aqui sim, ó. 390, 232. Requisitos fuzil, não posso usar fuzil ainda. Chapeuzinho que aumenta 3 de armadura. Gostei desse. Eu tenho de dinheiro quanto? 215, é isso? Esse aqui custa 99. Esse de sangue do dragão. Poção de sono. Garrafa de brandy. Preço 20, 116.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Ah, já equipou já? Legal. Vou vender o que eu tenho então.
Welcome. It's such a pleasure. Have you seen it?
Mas já não posso usar esse. Custa só 8 só.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Aqui, ó, luz alquímica. Um velho traje, vamos reciclar. Vai dar 6 couros. Deu 4. Beleza. Várias luvinhas, podemos reciclar também. 50% de chance de dar 2 couros, minério de ferro. Deu um só. Dois, deu tudo. Bom, não posso fazer receita nenhuma ainda. Opa! Ah, eficiência 3. Não tenho nível ainda. Eu não tenho nível. Bebida. Isso que eu ainda não tenho nível de criação ainda. Caramba. Quero poder criar coisa. Se alguma coisa der errado. Não é aqui não, é pra cá, acho. Áreas controladas por outras facções. A fax... Uma roupa, um pedaço da roupa da fax permite enganar.
Have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Ixi. Caramba. Nossa, passei liso. Deve estar ali, ó. Cadê? Vem pra cá, olha a janela, fica um tempão. Aí vai pra lá, depois volta pra lá.
To my help! And death to the others!
Putz. Foi mal, mano.
Things are about to get dicey.
Bom, tentei passar de boa, mas não deu. Boss de marinheiro. Botas de marinheiro. Opa, bacana. E não tem nada por enquanto. Se ela pudesse pular na janela, já tinha pulado ali. Isso daqui. Vasculhar moedas. Capa de marinheiro, bota de marinheiro, uso de marinheiro, set completo de marinheiro. Ah, coisa aqui dá pra mim ficar disfarçado. Achei.
Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Coisa de marinheiro. Uso de marinheiro. E roupa de marinheiro. Roupa de explorador. Vou ter pegado isso aqui antes.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a
So
little
níquel nas
soporific
canecas,
in their
não vai ficar mais
glasses, the
dele.
way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
Prisão náutica, interroga o atravessador quanto aos hereges. Interroga o atravessador quanto aos hereges. Faz os quartos do armazém. Tá, onde eu vou arranjar ingrediente? Moedas, fórmula alquímica venenosa, munição. O que é isso aqui? Minério de ferro, espinhos. Uma coisa aqui. Uma cura para pestegres. Aparecimento dos Nauticos de herege. Interroga o atravessador contra os hereges. Investiga o desaparecimento náutico do novato. Afaste os guardas do armazém, prepare uma bebida batizada com sonífero. Tem que saber fazer isso aí, eu não sei ainda. Tem um buraco aqui na parede. Armazém. O bicho tá pegando, o bicho tá pegando. Liberte Constatin. Investiga o desaparecimento de Náutico novato. Shot, fórmula, alquímica venenosa, munição, espinheiro. Minério de ferro. Se pudesse fazer poção em qualquer lugar, cara. Ser bem melhor. Vou dar uma olhada lá em cima. Gasoseira. Eu não posso abrir porque não tenho essa gasosa. Será que eu não tenho mesmo? Habilidades. Atributos. Aumenta o poder de todas as artes de fogo e fórmulas alquímicas. Talentos: vigor, carisma, ciência, gaso. 1 ponto, eu não tenho. Próximo ponto, nível 5. Vixe. Só nível 5? Aí, ferrou. Abrir não posso. Aí moiou nossa missão.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're your replacements. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Ah, roupinha de marinheiro, velho. A roupa de marinheiro ajudou.
Well now, can we get going?
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move at all.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Beleza, guarda da moeda, reputação mais 2. Não preparei uma bebida, mas tudo bem. Vamos ver aqui agora. Bom, temos que investigar aqui agora. Interrogar o atravessador quanto aos hereges. Capitão Vasco, Sardet Corsolion. Por ali. Por ali, esquerda. Tem que falar com o carinha preso lá. Eu consigo passar de boa? Tá, tem uma portinha ali dentro do terreno. Ah, tá os caras que tá ali, ó. Sorte que eu tô disfarçado.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They are trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors?
Não tem habilidade.
You're gonna open them, right?
Liberte o atravessador, libertar como? Parte de náutico, ok.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
It's blocked.
Fala lá atrás, ó. Putz, deixa eu ver aqui. Esse não foi os caras que eu matei? Os caras que eu matei já era. Ah, não. Susto, mano.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you? The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Interessante. O plano de poder, a pesquisa, a possibilidade de fazer acordo que tem.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it will provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Tir Fradi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
São Mateus.
What did you find?
Tir Fradi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Proceder com a captura, oferecer-se para falar com o embaixador da aliança erudita, deixá-los ir embora. Não, capturar não, parece que eles falam a verdade.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Vamos lá conversar com o embaixador. Vamos falar com o embaixador. Aqui é onde? Lá em cima. É longe, hein? É longe. Caminhadinha. Ainda bem que ela não usa estamina. Sai da frente, maluco. Deixa eu ver. Vai direto, passa a ponte e esquerda. Passa a ponte à esquerda. Lá em cima. Tentar convencer o cara agora que os casal lá é de boa, né? Ele aceitar.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sardet.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthias, the founder of the mythical Ptolemy, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated. Or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
Valeu! Informa os historiadores.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sardet.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this.
Opa, presente.
It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Moeda de ouro, 80.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood.
Valeu.
It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me.
Ptolemy.
I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Xê. Tinha que ganhar XP, né, mano, nessas missões aí. Ou eu não terminei ainda? Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui. Eu acho que não terminei a quest ainda, por isso que... A grande partida... Não, não é aqui. Cadê? Missões secundárias. Informa os carregadores, não. Prepara uma bebida, não. Caça ao herege, informa o embaixador. Informa os historiadores. É esse daqui mesmo. Não terminei a quest ainda, só quando termino que eu ganho o XP. Vou salvar. Vou informar o carinha.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Vou mentir.
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
Reputação, mais um na TM. Ah, eu ganho muito XP, tá vendo? Só quando você terminar a quest todinha que...
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Sardet.
Nível 3, moleque, nível 3. Save point. Vai fazer alguma besteira. E eu vou aproveitar e salvar aqui embaixo também. Vamos ver aqui onde podemos colocar o nosso XP. Aqui são um ponto, não tem. Posso abrir, tá vendo? Só mais pra frente. Habilidades. Eu tenho pontos de talento. Habilidades, né? Cadê? Deixa eu ver. Vamos ver aqui. Montar armadilha. Armas de fogo destrói mais armadura. Base de impacto. E aqui até usar o fuzil que tira mais dano. Beleza. Beleza, terminamos a quest. Agora vamos procurar o Constatin. Que é o que restou, né? Investiga o desaparecimento do náutico novato. Verdade, Constatin. Vou direto até a madeira lá embaixo. Vamos direto. O que é isso daqui?
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Ah, o carinha lá que eu conversei. O mapa parece grande aqui, só que ele é pequeno quando você anda. Direita, mantém a direita. Opa! Essência, espinhos. Fórmula química venenosa. Onde que é? Ah, tem que ir por aqui, ó. Eu posso dar a volta aqui. Não. Deixa eu ver. Posso sim, maluco. Já o atravessador.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Investigação.
We went to have a drink in the
Investigação.
tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your
Trabalho
best
policial,
guess.
né? Não tá
Why?
fazendo.
I haven't the faintest
Diplomata.
idea.
Investigadora.
What does Jonas do in his free time when you're on land?
Guerreira.
He just turns
Combatente.
around here or there.
Química.
You know the cabin boys don't
Técnica.
have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the
Bicha.
tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Beleza.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
É
I
XP,
like
mano. É
Lauro,
XP.
don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you'd guess, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Bom, onde vamos agora? Bom, sobrou aqui embaixo, né? Deixa eu dar uma olhada ali atrás. Fórmula alquímica, dano elemental. Você mesmo, maluco.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof, gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were, and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time.
Uma pista.
Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out.
Pista, e
when
agora
nature
sim.
calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Então bora lá, maluco. Aí, eu localizo e interrogo as testemunhas.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Valeu, mano.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Então vamos desvendar o caso. Desvendar o caso. Olha, tem que buscar aonde? Ali no centro. Na taberna. E essa taberna tem história, hein, mano? Rapaz. Taberninha tem história. Opa, poção fórmula química venenosa. Outra fórmula? Sempre que pra cada fórmula eu usei uma poção. Taberninha. Voltei, caramba.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Valeu pela informação. Quem será? Será que é ali?
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about
Pessoal
that.
todo doente, né, mano?
It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady. You're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Toleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely
Vamos fazer uma
helpful.
incursão agora.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game.
Localize confrontos
You think we can trust
caçadores.
him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Vamos lá atrás dos sequestradores. Sequestradores. Pra cá? Dá pra chegar lá, né? Aqui, ó.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Será que tá lá em cima?
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court.
Caraca,
You are
maluco,
Lady de
não.
Sardet. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of
Essa
help.
mulher não tem uma cara
It
boa, viu?
concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
Oxi. Filho?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
Ixi,
The
agora o
Nauts
jogo
wouldn't
tá
be the
virando.
first to recruit through dubious means.
Acho que o jogo está virando, não é mesmo? Agora é os náuticos. Por isso ela tá perguntando sobre o capitão. Por isso que ela tá perguntando sobre o capitão. História mal contada aí, hein, mano. Esse capitão aí tá devendo na praça. com ideia estranha aí, ó. Olha lá.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Indagar sobre a Madame Fontaine.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Caraca! Aí fomos surpreendidos.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsilion is a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a
Verdadeiro
little
poço
more.
mesmo. Esse cara aqui mesmo? É. Essa informação sobre o Sr. Corsilion. Casa da família com...
But I still don't see Constatin at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the
Cê é
Nauts.
louco, vender a criança e troca de contrato, velho.
Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news to Sardet. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Olha
Are you
só,
telling
velho.
me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Caramba!
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
Our father selling his own son for a few
mano.
boat rides.
Pai vendeu o
For
filho,
ugly,
cara.
that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Ixi. Caramba, meu, que história. Tá parecendo uma série, mano. Tá parecendo séries, tá ligado? Netflix. Cê é louco, mano. Vendeu o filhão. Que trama, hein? Bilhete para a
This document
empregada.
mentions another property. A
Escolha uma
warehouse.
forma de libertar
That would be a great
Jones.
place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Tentar convencê-la. Como já achei o bilhete, acho que talvez não precise falar com ela. Aham. Armazém da família Fortline. Casa dos Príncipes. Serene. Vira à esquerda. Pega o baúzinho. Tem nada? Vira à esquerda, é aqui? Aqui mesmo. Vamos olhar de verde aqui de novo.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Armazém vazio.
Lady de Sardet, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Nauts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? I looked into the contract that binds you to the Nauts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Nauts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and
dos mercadores e
take him
mais
away.
dois.
Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Chave do porão. Beleza, pegamos a chave do porão. Onde é o porão aqui? Sei lá daqui. Caramba, o pai vendeu o filho pros náuticos, cara. Sem a esposa saber. Deixa eu ver. Tem que descer aqui, dar a volta. Andar superior, marcador. Eu acho que é pra cá. Oxi. Tá vendo subir ali? família Fontenelle. Bom, não vou nem alertar o guarda. Aí tem jeito de prisão, deixa eu ver. Ah, é você, Marujo?
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes, even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Nauts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
Beleza, informa o Capitão Vasco.
It's not possible just now.
Bom, tem uma porta ali pra destruir, ó. Então já foi registrado. No mapa aqui, ó. Dá uma bisoiada aqui. Não tem habilidade pra isso. Vamos sair daqui. Vamos finalizar essa viagem aqui dele. Porque é bem pertinho essa história. Não é por aqui não. Olha a Constatin. Ali. Lá para o Capitão Vasco.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
Claro que foi a mim, pô.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Ó, Nauticos mais 3, hein? XP 1000.
Be back soon, Captain.
Agora só falta salvar meu primo. Ó, nível 3 eu quase ganho XP. Bom, agora só sobrou aqui na cidade salvar meu primo. Já fiz todas as quests ali. Vou salvar o Constatin. Mas então é isso aí, galera. Vou ficando por aqui, beleza? Na próxima gameplay vamos salvar o Constatin e dar o faro dessa cidade. Vamos para a ilha. Então é isso aí. Se gostou, deixa aquele like, se inscreva no canal. E até a próxima. Valeu. Fui!